The MTFE scam unveiled. Have you ever wondered who bears the brunt when a financial scam unfolds? Picture this: an app promising high returns on investments in cryptocurrency, forex, commodities, and stocks. This is the Dubai-based app, the Metaverse Foreign Exchange Group, or MTFE, that has left thousands of people staring at significant financial losses. MTFE, you see, didn't operate as a conventional investment platform. No, it was a classic Ponzi scheme, where returns to earlier investors were paid out using funds from more recent investors. The illusion of a profitable business was maintained until it could no longer sustain itself. And on August 17th, the inevitable happened. The app collapsed, freezing the balances of its users and shattering dreams of quick riches. But here's where things get even murkier. The exact scale of this scam and the number of individuals affected in the world is unknown. It's not just a matter of a few disgruntled investors. We're potentially talking about the financial security of thousands of individuals being jeopardized. No government agency has stepped up to take responsibility for investigating the matter. The Commerce Ministry has washed its hands off, stating it doesn't oversee the app, as it doesn't involve actual buying or selling. Law enforcement agencies are twiddling their thumbs, citing a lack of complaints as investors were aware of the illicit activities involved. The responsibility, it seems, is being hot-potatoed between various government agencies, including the Financial Intelligence Unit, the bank, and the Telecommunication Regulatory Commission. As the blame game continues, the victims of this scam are left in the lurch, their futures uncertain. As the dust settles, the question arises: who is responsible for investigating such a scam? In the aftermath of a scam, the blame game often begins. But who truly holds the responsibility? In this complex web of deceit and financial losses, accountability seems to be a slippery slope. Government agencies like the Commerce Ministry, law enforcement, the Financial Intelligence Unit, the bank, and the Telecommunication Regulatory Commission are all entangled in this blame game. Let's take the Commerce Ministry for instance. They have washed their hands clean of the mess, stating that the app doesn't involve actual buying or selling, hence it's not within their jurisdiction. The law enforcement agencies, on the other hand, have not received any formal complaints. Why, you might ask? Well, the investors were aware of the illicit activities involved. This brings us to the Financial Intelligence spoke about the online gambling, betting, foreign currency, and crypto trading, but they have not specified any specific actions regarding the MTFE scam. Then we have the bank and the Telecommunication Regulatory Commission. These entities, which should have been at the forefront of preventing such scams, have been surprisingly quiet. What's alarming is the absence of any formal complaints or investigations. With thousands of people are facing significant financial losses, the silence is deafening. It's like a game of hot potato with no one wanting to hold on. The lack of awareness campaigns and preventive measures by the government has been criticized. Public calls for holding the perpetrators accountable have fallen on deaf ears. A game of hot potato with no one wanting to hold on, but the question remains: who will step up? While the formal process stalls, a shadow investigation takes its course. It's a unique turn of events, not something you'd expect in most circumstances. The police's Criminal Investigation Department, known for handling high-profile cases and relentless in their pursuit of justice, has taken up an unofficial investigation into the MTFE scam. They're working behind the scenes, away from the public eye, quietly picking up the pieces that have been left scattered by this financial catastrophe. This isn't your typical investigation. There's no official announcement, no press conferences, no public reassurances. It's a shadow investigation, a covert operation, a silent crusade for justice. The Criminal Investigation Department is sifting through the digital debris, tracing the electronic footprints of the perpetrators, and piecing together the intricate web of deceit that was spun by the MTFE group. But why a shadow investigation? Why not a formal, officially sanctioned probe? It's a question that lingers, unanswered. The lack of a formal investigation has left many scratching their heads. Are the authorities afraid of what they might uncover? Or is it a way to buy time and gather evidence without alerting the culprits? The status of the shadow investigation remains shrouded in mystery, much like the scam itself. There's no definitive timeline, no clear-cut milestones, no progress reports. It's a silent battle being fought on the digital front lines, a race against time to bring the culprits to justice before they disappear into the digital ether. The shadow investigation by the Criminal Investigation Department offers a glimmer of hope in an otherwise bleak situation. It's a testament to the tenacity of our law enforcement agencies, their unwavering commitment to uphold justice, and their determination to fight crime even when the odds are stacked against them. A shadow investigation, a glimmer of hope, but will it bring justice? Only time will tell. The road to justice is long and winding, fraught with obstacles and uncertainties. But as long as there's a will, as long as there's a pursuit of truth, there's always a chance for justice to prevail. When the system fails, the public cries out for justice. That's the resounding sentiment echoing through the streets and across social media platforms as the fallout from the MTFE scam unfolds. Thousands of people are reeling from the significant financial losses they've suffered. The outrage is palpable, the despair, heartrending. Criticism has been mounting against the government, particularly for the glaring lack of awareness campaigns and preventive measures. The public feels let down, betrayed even. They wonder how an operation of such magnitude could go unnoticed by the authorities. They question why no red flags were raised, why no alarm bells rang. Could it be that the system they trusted to protect them was asleep at the wheel? The call to hold the perpetrators accountable is growing louder by the day. The people want answers, they want action, they want the individuals behind the MTFE scam to face the full force of the law. The demand for justice is not merely a cry in the wilderness, it has become a rallying cry, a unified voice against fraud and corruption. But the public outcry doesn't stop at demanding justice. It extends to a call for systemic change. The people want assurances that measures will be put in place to prevent a recurrence. They want stricter regulations for online trading platforms, better oversight from government agencies, and more transparency from the financial sector. They want to have confidence in the system again. A silver lining in this cloud of turmoil has been the unifying effect of the public response. The scam has triggered a collective awakening, a shared sense of responsibility. From every corner of the country, people are standing together, lending their voices to the outcry, demanding action and accountability. But the question remains, will the powers that be listen? Will they heed the call of their people, or will the public outcry fall on deaf ears? The people have spoken, their message is clear, their demand, uncompromising. The cry for justice echoes, but will it be heard? The answer to that question will not only determine the fate of the victims of the MTFE scam, but also the trust of the people in their government. The clock is ticking, and the world is watching. In the wake of a financial scam, the aftermath is often a tale of loss and lessons learned. The MTFE scam, a financial disaster that swept across Bangladesh, left an untold number of individuals grappling with significant losses. These victims, who had sought to better their financial futures, found themselves on the losing end of a high-stakes gamble. The Dubai-based app Metaverse Foreign Exchange Group had promised high returns on investments in cryptocurrency, forex, commodities, and stocks. Instead, it operated as a Ponzi scheme, collapsing and freezing the balances of its users. The fallout from such a scam is not only counted in the financial losses of the victims, but also in the shattered trust and broken dreams. Many of these individuals had invested their life savings, only to see them disappear in an instant. The aftermath of such a scam is a harsh reminder of the vulnerability of the public when faced with unregulated financial platforms. But from this tale of loss, there are lessons to be learned. The MTFE scam serves as a stark reminder of the importance of due diligence when investing in unfamiliar platforms. It underlines the necessity for individuals to be aware of the risks involved in such investments and the need for financial literacy in an increasingly digital world. More importantly, this incident has highlighted the urgent need for better regulations and preventive measures to protect the public from such scams in the future. The government's response, or lack thereof, has raised critical questions about responsibility and accountability. The shifting of blame between various government agencies, the absence of a formal investigation, and the lack of awareness campaigns and preventive measures have all come under scrutiny. In the end, the MTFE scam serves as a wake-up call. It's a call for better oversight, stricter regulations, and increased awareness. It's a call for everyone, from the individual investor to the highest levels of government, to take steps to prevent such scams from happening again. A tale of loss, a lesson learned, but at what cost?